A walk in the city, a sip of soda, could these simple pleasures in life actually be taking a toll on your brain? Today we're going to take a look at new research that highlights things that we do every day and their impact on our memory and decision making.
Well, one thing that may help clear the cobwebs, taking a little bit more time for yourself. We're learning some basic yoga moves that can help with that, whether you're at home or at the office.
It's getting to be that time of year when more people are planning to hit the road for a long distance drive, but there are a few things you need to keep in mind before your trip. How to get your vehicle ready for the road.
Being a mother may be one of the most challenging jobs you'll ever face, but it's also one of the most rewarding. Today we find out how to recognize the special mother in your life for everything she's done. Plus we honor two very special moms right here on Delmarva.
Now, Lisa and I often challenge each other cooking in the kitchen, but today there's a challenge of a different kind. A wing eating contest to help kick off Pork in the Park, and it's safe to say she's in trouble. She's not.
We'll see about that.
It's one of the most famous fantasy stories, and this weekend will be brought to life in the form of ballet, where you can see Alice in Wonderland.
And Seaford's own John Simpson takes the Delmarva Life stage. Delmarva Life starts right now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lisa Bryant.
I'm Jimmy Hopple. Welcome to Delmarva Live from Historic Studio D.
And we'd like to welcome our studio audience.
Great having you guys.
The place to be on a Friday afternoon.
This is it. Nice. Liking it. Boy, what an overnight in Massachusetts.
Oh my goodness.
What a day full of events. There has been so much happen and continuing to happen. Instead of us trying to encapsulate it for you, we're just going to encourage you to stick around. First at 5 on Fox 21, the news is coming up, and then of course WBOC News at 6 to find out the latest on everything that has happened essentially since last night. So that's coming up here in just a little bit.
Right, right. In the meantime, we just want to say they did it.
They did it.
We're talking about the James M. Bennett High School varsity boys baseball team. Yeah, they made state history. Yesterday, they beat the Washington High School Jaguars to officially break the 30-year-old state record for the most consecutive wins. And you know what? It was not even close. Bennett knocked off Washington 22-1 in 5 innings.
55 games now, right? 55 consecutive
55
games?
consecutive wins.
So every game after this
is
a new record setter.
Yeah.
It's a new record. They set the record who knows how many times.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know the Antares rocket did not launch from Wallops day before yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't launch yesterday, of course.
It's not going to launch today.
No, they're not even going to try today because of this weather that we've got coming through. They're going to try it again tomorrow at 5 o'clock. So that's what we're looking forward to now. And they say the big window is 5 to 8, but they're probably going to narrow that down to like 5:10 or 5:15. So it's going to be a 10 or 15 minute window when they try it tomorrow. If they can't, for whatever reason, the weather's supposed to be perfect tomorrow. Mm-hmm. If for whatever reason they can't, the big window is actually open till Sunday.
Oh, okay.
So they may actually launch on Sunday.
So there's a good chance it's going to take off this weekend.
Sometime this weekend, yeah. I want to see it.
I do too.
That's going to be cool. And speaking of space, this weekend thousands of people across the world and in space are going to work to come up with innovative solutions to challenges. It's called the Space Apps Challenge. There's over 50 unique challenges available for hacking, each individually curated by NASA and their partners. The challenges this year include detecting near-Earth objects, revisiting how NASA offers data to the public, and more effective explaining the whole story of space to the world. Okay, now if you want to know how you can, if this is something, if you're a geek like me and you want to do this, and you want to get into it, you can go to delmarvalife.com and find out how to get registered in on this.
Yeah, he wants it.
Yeah,
you probably already have.
Just look.
Well, you know, this is probably the busiest weekend of the year on Delmarva. There is so much going on. Following a week of celebratory events, the University of Maryland Eastern Shore's 15th president, Juliet Bell, was officially installed at 1 p.m. today. And then the Diamond Jubilee Presidential Scholarship Ball will be followed by a cocktail reception at 7 tonight and the ball at 8 on campus. So congratulations to her, 15th president.
And she's done a wonderful job. And she says she loves it here.
Yeah.
Absolutely loves it.
You gotta love what you do. Mm-hmm.
So tonight is the second annual party for Parkinsons. You probably remember earlier this month, Art Cooley with the Lower Shore Parkinsons Support Group and Dr. Renee Frederickson with MAC Area Agency on Aging talked about the event.
Yeah, and the Party for Parkinsons includes a dinner, buffet, live music, DJ, dancing, silent auction, a charity casino. Their goal to raise $15,000 to help fund the group's programs and activities that provide assistance and public awareness to Parkinson's. Now, the event is going to be held tonight. You still have a little bit of time because you can buy tickets at the door. It's 7 o'clock to 11 at the Fountains in Salisbury. At the door, you can buy your tickets for $35. There's a number you can call, 410-749-8511. And of course, more that's going on this weekend. I know I'm going to be marching for babies with the March of Dimes Eastern Shore. They kick off all the walks that are happening here on the Eastern Shore. This weekend it's in Salisbury. Now, we've been asking viewers to join our team, and thank you to all of those who responded. We're going to be walking Monday. If you can't walk, we still could use your donation. You can Sunday, excuse me. You can still help by donating to the March of Dimes. We have a link to our page, our team page.
So, is it too late to join to walk?
I don't know. I don't think so. But the thing about it is when you join, you also raise money.
Okay, so it's kind of run out of time to raise money.
It's kind of, yeah, you're probably out of time.
So if you can donate, that would be awesome. There is so much stuff going on. Can we keep up with everything that's happening? Antares, Rockfish is open, Pork in the Park. I tell you what, just go to our website. Go to delmarvalife.com. We've got a whole calendar there to let you know exactly what's going on. And
Race for the Cure is in Ocean City. Cure,
that's right.
Coleman, Maryland.
And we are sponsors for most of these, as a matter of fact. There's the Ride to the Tide. There's see, there's so many I can't even remember them all. You're going to try
to list them. We're going to miss something, and then we'll be sorry about that.
Yeah.
Well, many of us know the story behind Alice in Wonderland, a young girl who falls down a rabbit hole into a fantasy world.
In that world, she meets some pretty interesting and peculiar characters. This weekend, the story will be brought to life in the form of ballet. The Eastern Shore Ballet Theater is putting on the show, and Brian is at their main studio in Fruitland with a preview. Brian?
Well, Jimmy and Lisa, the novel Alice in Wonderland was first published back in 1865, and while the story is fantasy like you just said, not all of it is fiction. And joining me now is Betty Webster, who is the president of the Eastern Shore Ballet Theater. So the first thing people may not realize is, Betty, that Alice is actually a real person.
Yes, she was a real person, a little girl in England, and her name was Alice Liddell. And this is, by the way, the 22nd Spring Gala of the Eastern Shore Ballet Theater.
And we should mention Lewis Carroll is wrote the novel, and he knew Alice.
Yes, Lewis Carroll was a friend of the family. But he was a great mathematician, by the way. People probably don't know that.
Wow, so a lot of interesting stuff people will be able to find out coming down and see the performance. We're going to go over here now to Elena Manikova-Amy, who's the artistic director of the performance. So Elena, as we've just sort of established, Alice in Wonderland is a novel. It's not a musical. You had to come up with the music for the performance that's going to be going on this weekend. What was that like, and when did you start?
Well, the idea came about maybe last spring, like a year ago, and we know we will be producing Alice in Wonderland, and from there we started to design the costumes, make the music, listen to the music to put it all together, and it's a lot of work to put it in this ballet, and I hope everybody will like that.
Certainly did a lot of work, and I'm sure it's going to be wonderful. And with that said, now we want to draw everyone's attention to Alice, the Mad Hatter, and of course the White Rabbit. Here now is a preview of Alice in Wonderland. So while that continues there, if you want to come on down and see Alice in Wonderland, it's going to be taking place this weekend at the Wicomico High School, right in the auditorium. On Saturday, there are 2 shows at 2 in the afternoon and then 7 in the evening. And then again on Sunday at 2 in the afternoon. And tickets will, of course, be sold at the door. If you missed any of that information, we will have it on our website, Alice in Wonderland. Jimmy and Lisa, I'd probably join them, but I would certainly ruin it. I can't do this. It looks like it's going to be a great show. People should definitely go on down. Just one more thing going on Delmarva this weekend. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Yeah. Hey, don't fall down the rabbit hole, Brian.
Oh, that would be an interesting story right there, wouldn't it?
Well, still ahead on Delmarva Life, are you getting ready to take a road trip in the coming months? If so, it may be wise to make sure your vehicle is ready to hit the open road, what you should be looking for and need to have checked before you go.
Getting everything done on any given day can seem like a circus juggling act, and these days multitasking is just a part of life. But could it be hurting the way your brain functions? Plus, what other daily habits could be dumbing us down?
And later, John Simpson's musical style spans decades from classic rock to today's country. This afternoon, he takes the Delmarva Life stage. Delmarva Life, we'll be right back.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. Your local York and Mitsubishi dealers. And State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.